present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Dennis King, and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us for a second week in the fine seaside town of Rhyl in North Wales. The Welsh coast is noted as the last place in Britain to have been invaded by foreign troops. In 1797, a French naval force landed to be greeted by local women in their traditional scarlet costume and tall black hats. The French took them for British redcoats and fled, clearly terrified that they'd inadvertently invaded Butlins. During the Industrial Revolution, Rhyl became a centre of brickmaking, and by the beginning of the 20th century, many thousands of tons of bricks were going to Manchester to build housing and to Liverpool to prop cars up. And if I apologise now, can I not have to go to Liverpool? Nearby, St Asaph boasts the smallest cathedral in Britain. This is open to visitors only on Wednesdays, as that's when they take it out of the fish tank for cleaning. The 6 miles of golden sands here were host to the Wright brothers, who demonstrated their new flying machine in 1907. Visitors to the town's museum will find photographs of Wilbur sat at the controls in his flying suit and Orville sat on his lap in a duck costume. Famous names associated with Rhyl include Carol Vorderman, whom locals remember had a Saturday job in the chemist's on Flint Street. One recalls her selling him some ointment for an embarrassing itch on his consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant. As a student in 1897, the young Albert Einstein spent the summer here in Rhyl and began to formulate his general theory of relativity as he worked the season DJing under the stage name of MC Squared. The radio pioneer Marconi made the first ever wireless broadcast from the top of the water tower here with the words, "Help, I'm stuck up a water tower." But Marconi isn't alone in reminding Rhyl of the early days of wireless broadcast disasters. Let's meet the teams. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Andy Hamilton. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Tony Hawkes. And ready to jump into action as the team's points go up, please welcome our delightful scorer, the ever-fragrant Samantha. Okay, we start with a new round about the honours system. And this game does exactly what it says on the tin. May cause drowsiness. The teams have been perusing the new honours list, and I'd like them to share with us any interesting new members of the nobility they may have spotted. Andy, would you care to start, please?
Right, for services to Norfolk painting and decorating, will be finished by Tuesday.
Tim.
For services to drinking and butchery, this man is no longer Mr. Osis, but is now Sir Osis of the Liver.
Barry.
For services to the Tory party, Lord help us.
Tony.
For services to poor quality South African locksmiths.
Oh, yeah.
Marquee won't fit in the door.
For services to racial stereotyping, Lordy, 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 lordy.
Boy George is henceforth to be known as Lord and Lady Boy George.
The services to Carol Vorderman, Countdown.
I watched Countdown once and I got aroused. It's only 7 letters. Ken Livingstone, MBE, it's because I'm a Londoner.
OK, the teams are going to sing along now to some discs in the round called Pick Up Song. Each singer will be provided with a well-known song which has been personally selected by Samantha. Samantha spends many hours down in the gramophone library researching discs for this round with the kindly old archivist. However, the nature of her duties has become the subject of a certain amount of ribald comment of late. Therefore, to avoid any unfortunate misunderstanding, I shall self-censor the account of this week's visit. So, Samantha went to fetch the team's discs earlier, and da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, and kept them spinning at 45 revolutions per minute. Samantha is now poised in DJ mode and ready to spin the team's discs. Each should sing along to the record until at my signal Samantha turns the volume down. If on the music's return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original teams, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. Knock, knock. Oh, dear. This week's prize is just the thing to delight the small rodent enthusiast who likes to keep his pets minty fresh. It's this bottle of Listerine mouthwash. Andy, you can start this, and I'd like you to accompany Dave Edmonds singing...
Okay, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking. Go back where you... I'll stop holding my nose, I think. I'm starving the oxygen of brain.
Do you remember the chipmunk?
And now you tell me... Oh, I sound the same one. I don't know my nose. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. What, not bad?
You now, Tim, I want you to accompany the Streets singing their hit song, Dry Your Eyes.
In one single moment your whole life can turn around. I'll stand there for a minute staring straight into the ground, looking to the left slightly, then looking back down. World feels like it's caved in, proper sorry frown. Please let me know where we could only be for us. I can change and I can grow, we could just adjust. The wicked thing about it is we always have trust. We can even have an open relationship if you must. I look at her, she stares almost straight back at me, but her eyes glaze over, she's looking straight through me. Then her eyes must have closed for what seems like an eternity. When they open up, she's looking down at her feet. Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I know you want.
OK, you now, Barry, I'd like you to accompany Desmond Decker singing Israelites.
Get up in the morning, slaving for bread, sir, so that every
mouth can be fed. Poor me, the Israelites are. Get up in the morning, slaving for bread, sir, so that every mouth can be fed. Poor me, the Israelites. My wife and my kids, they are packed up, believe me, darling, she said I was yours to be seen. For me. What? Humph, I should point out I'm not Jewish.
I think Desmond Decker was singing it at the wrong stage.
Oh, it's wrong, yes.
Finally, Tony, would you please accompany Jimmy Somerville and the Communards singing Don't Leave Me This Way.
Leave me this way. I can't survive and stay alive without your love. Don't leave me this way. Don't leave me this way. I can't exist. I'll surely miss your tender kiss. Don't leave me this way. Oh, baby, my heart is full of love and desire for you. So come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this fire.
And you will never know how ardently I pray for the music to come back in. As the teams put that behind them, let's move on to sound charades. Listeners might be interested to learn that this was developed from the old TV show called Give Us a Clue. Then again, they might not. Ours is a spoken version of the original game where teams mimed titles of songs and films. The past master of the game was, of course, Lionel Blair, who regularly amazed and delighted his teammates with his mime portrayals of the songs and movies of the so-called blaxploitation genre. Eunice Stubbs' eyes were out on stalks as she witnessed Lionel using his hands on Isaac Hayes' shaft for 2 minutes. Tim and Tony, you're to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. For listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Death of a salesman. Death of a salesman.
Right, you're guessing this one, Barry and Andy. Off you go, Tim and Tony.
It's 4 words and it's a play, and it goes something like this. Oh, what are you doing in this graveyard then?
Well, I like just looking at all the graveyards.
So do I, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, look at that one over there. Is it George Smith, ironmonger,
Yeah.
who kicked the bucket?
Oh, right.
Right, yeah.
There's a sumo wrestler there and went belly up. Yeah.
What's that one over there? Can you see it?
That one over there, that's a miller, actually. That
Miller?
one.
Really?
Yeah, he's brown bread.
Right.
But he only worked 3.5 days a week.
Oh, so he's half a miller.
Half a miller, yeah, he's
right. So, what's this... I don't know what this man did. It just said he sold out.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The end.
Yeah.
I think I've got this. Is there a play called Death by Terrible Pun?
I'm working on it.
Was Arthur Miller of relevance?
Yes.
You know, I think you're going to get this quite
View
soon.
from the bridge. No.
Time's up.
Was it Death of a Salesman?
Right, your turn, Barry and Andy. Your title's now being exhibited on the laser display board. Here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
2 words. It's been in every medium, actually, hasn't it? Television, film, book, and...
Most famously television.
yes, most famously, yes. Right, here we go. Hello! You'll have had your tea.
What?
I said you'll have had your tea.
Well, that's none of your business. What's that got to do with you?
Pardon me for breathing. I'm just trying to welcome a visitor to the village.
All right, well, I've got no time for small talk. I'm in your village, but I've got a problem. I need to see a GP, a general practitioner. Is there one close by?
Are you in luck? Just look over there.
What? By the tree?
In the tree.
Well, the only thing I can see in the tree is an owl.
That's him.
So you seriously telling me that owl over there is a fully qualified general practitioner?
Exactly. Would you like some tea?
I don't want any bloody tea.
Goodbye.
I went to Hollyoaks, Dr. Kildare. What you got? Doctor?
Well, it's clearly some sort of... Oh, yeah.
Doctor.
Yes, doctor, great. Well, I don't know how you got that. Well, I think owls make those owly noises.
Twit to woos.
Yes, to
Doctor Who. To
So it's Doctor Who!
I can't help but notice the spate of child psychology programs on TV at the moment, such as Super Nanny and House of the Tiny Tearaways. With so many programs showing us how parents fail to cope with their little brats' tantrums, we'll soon have no need to visit supermarkets at all. It can be no coincidence that this kind of behaviour has increased since corporal punishment was outlawed in schools. In the first half of the 20th century, we all learned respect out of fear of the cane, and the only violent behaviour you saw then was restricted to 2 world wars and the destruction of most of Europe. Ever mindful of the problems associated with modern-day parenting, I'll ask the teams to assume the role of super nannies and to provide expert answers to some frequently asked questions associated with child rearing. Actually, our own Tim Brooke-Taylor once worked as a child psychologist, but growing tired of the constant screaming fits and lack of toilet training, his employers sacked him. Tim, you can start. You can provide an answer to this frequently asked parenting query. Are there any sounds that are guaranteed to send my baby off to sleep?
Yes. And now on Radio 4, it's time for Quote Unquote.
The actual answer is the sound of a fan or a vacuum cleaner usually does the trick. In my experience, a fan alone does the trick. The last time I heard you were in Putney Salterton in 1952. You now, Barry, can you help some concerned parents by answering this question? Is there an inexpensive way to keep a young child entertained on a long aeroplane flight?
Let's play Hunt the Bomb.
I have to tell the audience here and at home that all these answers come from an actual book, serious book. And the answer to that is draw a smiley face on the flight sick bag to make an instant hand puppy.
I can imagine every EasyJet flight now. You're going to see everyone.
Also, do you use the sick bag as a puppet before or after
Yeah.
it's been used as a sick bag?
Oh, who's done this?
Andy, what about this question? My child has chicken pox. Is there anything I can do to make the experience less miserable for him?
Give his sister typhoid.
The answer is yes. When it's time to apply the calamine lotion, dip some into a pot and give your child a paintbrush. He will have great fun joining the dots. Okay, Tony, can you answer this question, please? How can I ensure accurate aim when my little boy goes to the toilet?
Rest the rifle on the edge of the sink.
The answer is drop a cork in the toilet and encourage him to try to hit it.
Well,
I'm going to try that.
it doesn't work for Barry, though, does it?
Here are some questions for any of you to have a go at. How can I ensure that my child can still find me on a crowded beach?
Take your clothes off and tell him to go where all the shouting is. Screaming, it should be probably.
The answer is tie a helium balloon to your deck chair. Where's Mum? She's up 5,000 feet.
Oh, look, she's making a puppet out of a sick bag.
The last one. How can I minimise the distress to my little boy when he wets the bed?
Send him up to the shallow end.
The answer is in two parts.
Oh.
1, have clean pyjamas ready. 2, put a plastic sheet under the cotton sheet, and then a further plastic sheet and cotton sheet on top of these. If the top 2 layers are wet, simply whip them off and the bed will be ready again. And you'll be drenched from head to foot. Okay, it's music time now with Swanee Kazoo. This is where the teams combine the soothing lilt of the Swanee whistle with the cheeky rasp of the kazoo. This will require piano accompaniment. Now, as Colin Sell can't be here tonight, we're very lucky to get Dennis King in his place. Hang on, I'll say that again. As Colin Sell can't be here, we're very lucky. To get Dennis King in his place is truly a pleasure. Okay, you're to start, Tony and Tim, and I'd like you to provide me with a rendition of the song I'd Do Anything from the musical Oliver, to feature Tony Hawks on kazoo and Tim Brooke-Taylor on Swanee whistle. Your turn, Barry and Andy. Your song is Big Spender, and it's to feature Barry Cryer on kazoo and Andy Hamilton on Swanee whistle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I notice it's very nearly the end of the show, but there's just time to squeeze in a round of Welsh Film Club. Samantha has to nip out now as she's off to meet her new Welsh gentleman friend who's offered to drive her around the area. She hopes he's going to take her to Colwyn Bay and bang her in the back of his van.
sure it's pronounced that way.
You can start this one, Tony.
Bend it like Brecon.
Tim.
The big sheep.
Barry.
Clanfire poking Gwythgo, Gair, if you drop with Clantasilio, Go, Gok, Stock, and 2 smoking barra.
Andy.
Taffy the Vampire Slayer.
The land did know that time forgot.
A fish called Rhonda.
For your Eisteddfod only.
Heclo Dochley. Hello, Dolly.
Oedipus Wrexham.
How green was my Vachli?
Crouching Tiger Bay, hidden Welsh dragon.
When Harry met Sachley.
A cat on a Prestatyn roof.
The Buddy Hockley story.
Bring me the head of Alfredo Jenkins.
Evan can wait.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Aberystwyth.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. And I think you'll agree it certainly ticked all the boxes, particularly those marked terrible and rubbish. I'd like to add a personal valediction, because it's the only one I know in Welsh. Blwyddyn Nwyddau. And with that, it's goodbye from the teams, myself, Samantha, and the good folk of Rill. Goodbye.
Valerie Cryer, Andy Hamilton, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Tony Hawkes have been given silly things to do by Humphrey Littleton, with Dennis King setting some of them to music. Programme consultant was Ian Pattinson, producer was John Naismith.
I'll give you the rules of the game at the moment because I make them up as I go along. But let's go straight now into the first round, which is the round called All Keyed Up. In this round, one team sings the first line of a song, and then Dave Lee raises the key. Dave Lee, sitting at the piano, that is, raises the key, and the other team sings the next line, and then the key is raised again, and so on. And we'll see who cracks first, whether it's the audience, me, or the teams. Let's start with Graham and Barry.
Drink, 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 to eyes that are bright and stars when they're shining on me. Drink, 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 to lips that are red and sweet as the fruit on the tree. In the hope that those bright eyes will shine, laughing in morning, living soon into mine. May those lips that are red and sweet tonight will joy my only sweet.
Well, in fact, Tim and Bill get the 2 marks there because Barry and Graham, you dropped an octave. I don't know whether you noticed. This is where I introduce around the builder's ball. If you make a note of that, teams. Right, now we go on for word. In this round, one of the members of a team says a word, and his partner must say another word totally unconnected with the first, and so on. The other team may challenge by pressing their buzzers, and then they have to try to prove a connection between the 2 words that they challenge. They score 1 mark per word until a correct challenge when the challenging side takes over, whatever that means. Barry's going to start now, and the word is apron.
Theodolite. Pentateuch. Splint. Light. Hatband. Clock. Nostril. Exit. Continent. Dromedary. Palm.
Challenge there from Tim.
It's the old song. The dromedaries are under the palm tree, Daisy. Wrong tune.
Wrong round.
Wrong show.
Bill, your turn to take it up with the word uvula. Starting now.
How can I know whether it's disconnected when I don't know what it means?
If your uvula is disconnected, you better retire.
It is disconnected. Yes. Okay.
Let's go.
What? Uvula. Football.
Skate.
Elephant.
Dog.
Challenge there from Graham Garden.
Yes, he was going to say elephant's foot umbrellas.
I'm not awarding any marks for clairvoyance.
Yes, I knew you wouldn't.
That puts Barry and Graham slightly in the lead. And we go on to our round called Musical Story. In this round, Dave Lee will play a tune, and one of you must start a story relating to the title of that tune. Dave will then change the tune, and a member of the opposite team will take up the story, but fitting it to the new tune. And we'll start now with Barry Cryer and with Dave Lee playing the first tune at the piano. Dave.
Once upon a time there was a little leprechaun. Well, he was actually half Irish and half Jewish. He was actually a leprechaun. He always heard the legends of the leprechaun and the crock of gold, but he hadn't got one, and he felt very left out in this. He felt sort of excluded, and he thought, where can I find the crock of gold? And suddenly it struck him. He said, I know where I can find a crock of gold.
I can find the crock of gold under the daisies. Or under daisies. Which is a very different thing, I can tell you. Anyway, so he went to find Daisy. There she was, sitting on a tuffet. Good job we're not rhyming in this. Sitting on a tuffet, eating her curds, and way! Along came the leprechaun and lifted up her skirt, and to his surprise, he found not a crock of gold, but...
Come out, you lot, he said. I know I said take 5, but this is ridiculous. Wait, said Alexander, I can tell you where to find the crock of gold at the end of the rainbow. Look up into the sky, and something very wonderful will happen. You will see a flying piano. And that piano will be playing The Lady is a Trump. And someone will say, that's cheating. And you will say, but there is another thing in the sky. It is a great golden eagle that lays eggs, and those eggs are golden eggs. He's excited himself now. And one day when the young prince comes from over the water, people will say, those eggs are for him. Otherwise, the world will feel that... Otherwise, the world will feel that it really ought to go and listen to St. Louis blues en masse. And so the leprechaun, seeing the flying piano just out of his reach, leapt upon a string bass, which was flying past at the time, and his mother accompanied him on the piano. And they made their way as far towards the end of the rainbow as they could, but suddenly they were stopped. What is it, mother? The leprechaun cried. Why, sure, she vouchsafed. 'Tis nothing but a...
It's nothing but an old queen. And with her is the band of the British Grenadiers. And the band of the British Grenadiers struck up a tune, and the tune was...
That was a nice nice tune, said the leprechaun. Where do you go from here? But wait, I must find my crock of gold to go on to the journey's end. I shall not cease from striving till I find that crock of gold. Ah, said his mother. Ah, said his mother, I hear some strange musical sounds coming from over those undulating hills. Those hills are alive with the sound of music. That is the place to go. Barbazo.
He snapped.
And the leprechaun.
He's calm, he's calm. Are you advertising? What is this?
I'd like to just...
The leprechaun said, Mama, you're having one of your funny turns.
It's not your
And she
funny
said,
turn.
I wish it was Tim Brooke Taylor's turn.
There's a bonus of 10 going for the first person who finishes this story.
And the mother dropped down dead, and so did the leprechaun.
I like a happy ending. No.
Right, and that brings the score to an interesting point of Barry and Graham 31 and Tim and Bill. Now then, we go on to MacDonald's Funny Farm. Right. In this round, one team sings Old MacDonald's Farm, accompanied by Dave Lee at the piano, and the other team makes suitable noises for what's on the farm, and vice versa. We're going to start now with Barry and Graham. Will you sing Old MacDonald's Farm, and Tim and Bill, will you provide the noises, please? Barry, Graham.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a crying jackass, E-I-E-I-O, with a here, there, there, everywhere up. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a
Yugoslavian weather forecaster.
E-I-E-I-O. With a
Here and
a
smurder coming from the shop.
there, here, a there, a everywhere, a with a here and a there, here, a there, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, ready? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a
Cow with a very bad memory.
E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a there, here, there, everywhere, with a here and a there, here, everywhere, with a and a here, there, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Bill and Tim get 6 marks for that, and now it's your turn, Bill and Tim, to sing, and Graham and Barry, you to make the noises.
Don't expect us to be kind.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm they had a goggling mouse, E-I-E-I-O. With a squeak here and a squeak there, here a squeak there, cheese please everywhere. I've been trapped. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a Jewish pig, E-I-E-I-O. With a...
Already.
Everywhere.
My boy.
Everywhere. MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a football match, E-I-E-I-O. With a here and a there, here a there a.
Leave him.
Everywhere.
Don't do that.
Go. With a
My life.
here and a
Already.
there, here a there. Everywhere.
Moink, schmoink.
Here and there, everywhere. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Well, I enjoyed that so much that I'm going to give all the remaining marks to both teams equally, which puts them well ahead. And we come now to the round called ad-lib poem. Ad-lib poem. Now, the members of each team are going to make up a poem. Each team member must keep going until I press the buzzer, and then a member of the opposing team must take over. This goes on until the natural artistic conclusion is reached, or until we all get fed up. Right, now, Bill and Tim, your first line is, don't you remember that moment of madness we had on Skegness Pier? Starting with you, Bill.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't you?
Don't have to write it all down, Bill.
Oh, my God, isn't it? Ah, that's one of Tennyson's, isn't it? Oh, don't you remember that moment of madness we had on Skegness Pier? The sky was black, the night was green, and I turned a trifle queer. It wasn't very surprising that the queer was turned around, because I'd found him lying there.
Flat out upon the ground, bubble. Well, then he rode up after Skegness. We went to Scunthorpe town. And there, if you remember, I took you... I took you up and down. The streets of Scunthorpe, they were dark. 'Twas in the middle of night. And then around one corner, by gum, we had a fright. Because standing there, across the road, as wide as it could be, was... As wide as it could be... was a great big fat bald cat. I took it home to tea. I took it home to tea because it was the very thing my mother told me to...
Take it to the pictures, 'cause it's had its little fling. It's had its tea quite earlier, and then it fought a dog. I should be careful. It's not a catalogue, this is a monologue. So we picked up the cat and took him home again to watch the telly, and
And he said, News at 10 is on. That is my favourite programme. I watch it every night. And afterwards I find that then I do have a delight to go to sleep upon my bed, so soft and warm and round, though...
Ben, you'll not believe this, but he made a funny sound. Me mother said, was that the cat? I told her it was true. She said, oh dear, thank God for that. For a minute I thought anything was
Game set
yes,
and cats, marvellous.
Albert and Lion.
Teams, do you want to do another one of those or not?
Yeah, well, why not, you know.
Why not?
Bring out the knuckle dusters.
As that one went so well, we'll do another
one.
one. We'll do another one, starting with your team, Barry and Graham. Barry, will you start this one? And the first line is this: the penalty for wrongful use is painted on the door.
The penalty for wrongful use is painted on the door. My God, said Dad, just look at that. I've not seen that before. The wrongful use of what, he asked. They just don't specify. Nay, come.
Nay, come. I said I'll not do that because I'm a little shy. And I have a funny feeling that's what notice is about. And that was right, because at that moment, the copper did run out. The policeman took me by the hand. I said, hello, what's this?
I dare you.
What's this? What's this?
What's this?
You're in trouble now.
I said it's nothing to do with me. In fact, I think it's his. But at that moment, suddenly, we dropped these silly voices. Oh, what have I done? And we put on our lovely suits with jackets, waistcoats and trousers. And home we went. Our stately home is set midst meadows green.
I thought he was going to say something quite obscene. But at that moment, o'er the heath, there came a gypsy man. He had about his neck and shoes a little frying pan. A little frying pan he had, also upon his knee.
Around his neck and round his foot, and the other one, that's 3. Behold, a pan-laden Romany, my mother said, perchance. She donned her golden earrings and cried, let us have a dance. They brought a rather campfire, and excitement grew intense. It grew to such a pitch that I rushed off
I can't do the next line, but it ends up with him end. I'll leave thee to figure that one out, my mother said to me. So then I picked up frying pans. Remember, there were 3. And took them off into the house, where I put on to frizzle.
A pair of lovely sausages. And by gum, did they sizzle. The sausages were quite soon done. I took them out at once. Because... Thank you.
He's been very kind tonight, isn't he?
Because...
Once.
They had been cooked up once. Thank you, Bill.
No, we've had once.
Oh, wait, once.
But it's twice now.
Because cooking, I'm a dunce. Any rolled up, I said once more, as is my usual wont. I think I'll take my cardi off. So you won't see me gaunt. A gaunt, I cried. What is a gaunt? It is a thing quite small. You sometimes see it.
We won't talk of that just now. I heard my mother call. I'm feeling most put out, she said. And don't think I'm a liar. You may have forgotten all this, but my bangers are in the fire.
Harry and Graham 43, Tim and Bill 42. Or vice versa. Now then, we come to the last round, and this is the point in the programme where I ask the members of the teams to give their announcements for the arrivals at the Builders' Ball.
And the first arrival at the Builders' Ball is Mr. and Mrs. Does Estimate and their son, Bill Does Estimate,
Will you welcome now Mr. and Mrs. Point and their son, half man, half horse, Centaur Point?
Will you be very kind, please, to the next visitors?
Please.
We're rather shy, please. Mr. and Mrs. Trickle Installations. And their son, Alec Trickle. Installations.
Mr. and Mrs. O and their daughter, Patty O.
Followed by Mr. and Mrs. Dufresne and their daughter, Win Dufresne.
Mr. and Mrs. Sonnet and their sexy daughter, Desirable May Sonnet.
And all the way from London town, coming through the door, Mr. and Mrs. Over Me Ed and their daughter, Ruth Over Me Ed.
Followed by a pair of friends, Mr. and Mrs. Detached, and their son, Sammy Detached. And also...
Mr. and Mrs. Stouses and their son, Terrace Stouses.
Mr. and Mrs. Neapot and their son, Jim Neapot.
All the way from Hollywood. Yes.
Yeah.
The ever popular couple, Frida Stair and Ginger Curtin.
Rapidly followed by a team from Ireland, Mr. and Mrs. Navy and their daughter, Irish Navy, and the team of workers, Concrete Mixer, shorn in half,
Mick, his friends, Mick, Anacle Grab,
and Dan Tools Lad.
Mr. and Mrs. Wall Carpeting and their son, Walter Wall Carpeting.
And here, representing the Nook family, N.E. Nook and Granny.
Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. You think you're going to finish the job, and their daughter, Wendy, you think you're going to...
And just joining us back in the room, Mr. and Mrs. Pedestal and their son, William Charles. Sorry about that.
Reluctantly at this point.
Mr. and Mrs. W. Flooring and their father, Pa K. Flooring.
Followed by Mr. and Mrs. Mated Completion Date. And their unlikely daughter, Esther Mated Completion Date.
Will you please rise from Mr. and Mrs. House and their son, Clarence?
No.
No, well, stay there then.
And Mr. and Mrs. D. Ater and their son, Ray D. Ater.
With the score standing at 51, 58,
16...
16...
And Mr. and Mrs. J, one for the
33.
building trade, this. Mr. and Mrs. J and their daughter, Iris J. The building...
Oh,
we got the builders in.
all the way from Italy, Signora Board and a rather Rabelaisian daughter, Dirty Flora Board.
We come to the end of this week's programme.
Mr. and Mrs. Earliam and their daughter, Lynn.
Mr. and Mrs. Agent and their son, S. Tate. Agent.
Mr. and Mrs. Bation and their daughter, Ella.
So it's goodbye now. Until next week. Goodbye till next week.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel gaze. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week in Kingston upon Hull, a fine city boasting an impressive history. During Tudor times, Hull's customs levies on Humber shipping resulted in a feud with neighbouring Beverley. Eventually, the nuns at Beverley Convent rose in revolt and laid siege to Hull. This worried Henry VIII, who sent a heavily armed force immediately he heard the town was being terrorised by the Beverley sisters. At the outbreak of World War II, many trawlers were converted as minesweepers, and it was Hull sailors who helped clear the way for Churchill's Allied landings. before he expanded next door as Allied Carpets. The mighty Humber suspension. The mighty Humber suspension bridge was opened by the Queen in 1981. Linking Willoughby with Barton upon Humber, the structure was at that time the longest and most expensive single-span concrete supported bridge in the world that connected two places no one wants to go to. A famous name associated with Hull is that of Philip Larkin, who was librarian at the university for 30 years. The famous poet, jazz lover and collector of pornography died here in 1985, having contracted terminal tennis elbow. Let's meet the teams. They are four veteran comedians who, after all these years in the business, are simply incapable of writing a bad joke. You'd think by now they'd have progressed at least that far. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graham Garden. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Andy Hamilton. And taking her seat next to me, our lovely scorer and assistant, who has for many years been the team's right hand, the delightful Samantha. Okay, we start with a round that's all about mottos. So teams, I'd like you please to suggest mottos likely to be adopted by certain societies, businesses, governments or other organisations. Barry, you can start.
The online auction set up, this is for glue, it's called eBay Gum.
Graham.
The motto of Gamblers Anonymous, bet you don't know who we are.
Motto of the shoemakers, always knowingly undersold.
Andy.
Virgin Trains, this motto has been withdrawn. Due to it being the wrong kind of motto.
The Association of Plagiarists, who dares wins.
The Association of Pedicurists, I came, I saw, I corn cured.
This is the personal motto of Jeffrey Archer. A friend in need is a potential alibi.
One belonging to the Literal Society. We are the Literal Society.
The Jehovah's Witnesses, when one door closes, so do all the others.
The Car Mechanics Club, piston broke, we can help.
UKIP, if in doubt, hit a Frenchman.
The famous Jamaican Italian Food Drive-Through Association, Rasta Pasta Fasta.
The Oxford English Dictionary, precision is our what's name.
David Beckham's brain surgeon, mind the gap.
Hitchcock trusses, masters of suspense.
Right, let's move on to some music, with one song to the tune of another. This is where the teams sing novel combinations of lyrics and tunes, and I have to say that for me this will be like a dream come true. Does anyone else have that dream? The one where you're trapped in a room with 1,500 other people with their fingers stuck in their ears? This round requires musical accompaniment, and listeners will be interested to learn that back in the 70s, our resident pianist played with Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious, which was when he took the equally off-putting stage name of Colin Sell. Okay, we'll start with you, Barry. Would you please sing the words of When I See an Elephant Fly to the tune of Marlene Dietrich's lovely Falling in Love Again?
I saw a peanut stand at a rubber band. I saw a needle that winked its eye. But I think I will have seen everything when I see an elephant fly. I saw a front porch swing, heard a diamond ring. I saw a polka dot railroad tie. I was never a Nazi, but I think I will have seen everything when I see an elephant fly.
And you actually managed to look like Marlene Dietrich.
Oh.
You now, Tim, would you sing the words of the old spiritual Dry Bones to the tune of We'll Gather Lilacs?
The foot bone connected to the leg bone. The leg bone connected to the knee bone. The knee bone connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone connected to the backbone. The backbone connected to the neck bone. The neck bone connected to the head bone. Oh, hear the word of the Lord. Them bones, them dry bones.
Andy, now, would you sing the words of So Macho by Sunita to the tune of the Marseillaise?
I don't want no 7-stone weakling or a boy who thinks he's a girl. I'm after a hunk of a guy, an experienced man of the world. There ain't no way that I'll make do with anything less than I'm used to. If I have a man's right, he's gotta be right. So macho he's got to be. So macho he's got to be. Big and strong enough to turn me on. He's got to have big blue eyes, be able to satisfy. He's got to be big and strong enough to turn me on.
And a short ripple for the audience for never once landing on the right beat.
They were just trying to get me through it quicker. I could see through that. I wasn't falling for any of that.
And finally, Graham, would you please sing the words of I'm a Little Teapot to the tune of O Soli Mio?
I'm a little teapot, a short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout, tip me over and pour me out.
Right. Oh, what fun there was in that. Hang on, there's a misprint. What fun was there in that? The teams are now going to bring to the show an element of mystery combined with danger as they play Russian roulette. I've been wanting to play this round for ages, so you can imagine my delight when, while clearing out the children's old dressing-up box, I discovered my old service revolver and several rounds of live ammunition. Samantha has been specially cleaning and oiling the trusty old fellow, and I'm pleased to say it's now ready to shoot. Now, I have to stress that under no circumstances should this round be tried at home. Neither, for that matter, should any of the others. On my command, Samantha will pass my revolver to the first player. After spinning the cylinder, this player, through the power of his mind alone, will attempt to divine whether or not the chamber is loaded. If he considers it's not loaded, then he should prove this by placing the gun to his head and pulling the trigger. He should then pass the pistol to his right, if he still can. For the next player to repeat the process. Anyone whose paranormal senses tell them that the gun is about to fire should point it away and shoot. I hope you've been listening, teams. I don't want this going in one ear and out the other. Okay, Samantha, will you pass the revolver to Graham now, please? Okay, when you're ready, Graham.
Thank you, Samantha. Quite heavy, isn't it? Right. Better spin the cylinder. A good old spin. And can't be too careful. Right. I'll cock the pistol. And I've got one chance in 6 here of it being live. I'm pretty sure I'm safe with this one, but just to be extra safe, I'm going to point it out at the audience and pull the trigger now.
That was lucky. Could you just pass it over?
There you go.
Gosh, it is heavy.
Just hold it away.
I didn't know they had service revolvers at Waterloo. Right, I'll just spin this. I just feel confident about this, and I'm going to fire off five shots. Wish me luck.
Oh, Sam.
Is this sensible?
Well, I mean...
Okay, here we go. A bit stupid, but I got away with it, Baz.
Thank you. Okay, spin, cock, and the decision has to be made. I'm going to point it over my shoulder.
Oh, yes! I think
well, after that incident...
He's just grazed. He's all right.
Just grazed. He's brave. Andy, I'm shattered, but have the gun now.
All right, well, I think I'm fairly safe, so I'll spin, and I'll cock, and I think I'll... I'm sorry, but that cat was really getting on my nerves. It's a theatre cat.
Theatre cat?
Called Lucky. Okay, so that's... Graham, it's your go again.
Okay. Piece of cake now, this. There we go. Oh! Oh, they're firing back at us.
Get the
dance in a circle, quick.
Our next round takes a look at odd medical conditions. In fact, I understand our own Tim Brooke-Taylor has recently been suffering a very rare tropical disease. Frostbite. The round operates like a standard doctor's surgery in which the patient describes the symptoms of his complaint, upon which the doctor will base his diagnosis. To add a touch of realism, the teams have been waiting outside for 3 hours reading a 1978 edition of Knitting Pattern Monthly. OK, we'll start with you, Tim and Andy. You're suffering from an unusual medical complaint and have just been called for your appointment with Doctors Barry and Graham. The identity of your complaint is now being displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. For listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Tim and Andy have John Prescott syndrome. John Prescott syndrome.
Right, Tim and Andy, start outlining your complaint now, please.
Well, it's a communication disorder. It's an inability to get. Tim's got it as well.
I've got a bit of it because sometimes I can't quite get to
the end of those things. But actually, I want to go back on something that you said earlier because it's quite an interesting thing. No, be quiet. I'll have to punch you. It's a fear. It's a fear of the end of things.
But you never quite reach.
No, and no one ever quite knows what you.
You never know if you're going to get there.
But everyone's listening.
Even with 2 cards.
On tenterhooks. That's it.
Yeah.
There couldn't be a Hull connection, could there?
There could be.
Yeah. There could be.
This is just nonsense, isn't it?
Yes.
Well,
nonsense is involved.
I don't think that's entirely fair because we have been consistent in our.
Consistent. Just getting to the end of the fear of the full thingy and the commas and the.
I think you two are suffering from being the person who, rather frighteningly, is occasionally in charge of the country.
It's John Prescott syndrome, or to use the correct medical term, grammophobia.
Oh, right.
OK, your turn to be the patients, Barry and Graham, and you've just been summoned into the surgery of Dr. Andy and Dr. Tim. The identity of your mystery medical condition will now be displayed to the audience via the laser display board, while here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Barry and Graham think they are snowmen. Barry and Graham think they are snowmen.
Barry and Graham, would you outline your symptoms, please?
Yeah.
And then Tim and Andy, will you guess? Right, I'm off.
Is it me or is it hot in here?
I don't know about you, it's dripping off me. I don't know, it's just general feeling of no get up and go, really.
No, I know. Smell of carrots is driving me mad.
I've got that gritty feeling in my eyes. Can you see anything? Can you see anything in that eye? What? Coal dust or something?
Yeah, I know.
Is it seasonal?
It's seasonal, yeah.
Well, I'm losing weight and it gets worse in the spring. Look at me, my arms are like twigs.
I've got this clay pipe and I don't even bloody smoke.
That's why you lost your legs, is it?
Is that an icicle, or are you pleased to see me?
Do you ever feel like you're sort of walking in the air at all?
Oh, please!
No, you've got it now. Oh, I think you're abominable. And you could be snowman.
On we go to the next game. The teams are now going to take us back to the golden age of correspondence. The art of letter writing has largely died out these days, in part thanks to our country's declining standards of literacy, which are absolutely appalling. It says here, appealing. In this round, each team will take it in turns to improvise the letters of two famous historical figures who corresponded with one another. Tim and Andy will start by composing a letter from Neville Chamberlain to Adolf Hitler. Then Barry and Graham will come up with the reply, and so on. However, the challenge is that the letters must be constructed by each panellist, alternating one word at a time. Right, off you go, Tim and Andy.
Dear
Mr.
Hitler.
Who?
Do
You.
think
You.
are
If.
I
Ask.
in
My.
humble
Way.
is
It.
true
That.
you
Only.
have
Recently. Invaded.
one
Country.
namely
Poland.
yours
Edna.
Smith
PP.
Adolf no so Neville
Chamberlain.
Mine.
Herr,
Nev.
I
Very
much
enjoyed
your
letter.
but
I
have
to
say
that
I
am
very
very
disturbed.
full stop.
However,
We
would
like
to
see
your
smiling
army
going
through
the
outskirts
of
Berlin.
as
We
are
ready
and
able
and
willing
and
eager
and
buoyant.
although
We
are
not
very
confident
or
assured
or
complacent
although
we
are
convinced
and
confident
that
we
will
win
yours sincerely
full
Adolf.
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show, but there's just time to squeeze in a round of Lawyer's Songbook. Samantha has to nip out now. She tells us she's just qualified to become a magistrate, judging the cases of criminals, and is very keen to try a few hardened ones on the bench. So while she's away, I'd like you teams to suggest titles of songs that might appeal to an audience drawn from the legal profession. Graham, will you start, please?
I'm going to sit right down and charge you £500 for a letter.
Tim?
Who were you with last night?
How could you believe me when I said I loved you when you know I've been a lawyer all my life?
Andy?
The slightly sycophantic Malud, Malud, glorious Malud.
Wouldn't it be robbery?
Do you know the way to sue Jose?
Hit me with your libel writ by Ian Jury.
I've got one that is very popular with barristers. Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight, yes or no?
QC gander.
Sitting in the dock of the Bailey.
Unchained felony.
Paint your wig on.
Ain't no maintenance high enough.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this week's show. But if you missed any of the broadcasts, tuned in late, or have only just switched on, then you can visit the BBC website, where there are full, easy-to-follow instructions on how to read a wristwatch. So from the team, Samantha, myself, and the good folk of Hull, it's goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graham Garden, Andy Hamilton and Tim Brooke Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Littleton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson and the producer was John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week on a visit to Exeter. Exeter City, the local football team, are in many ways the Barcelona to Plymouth Argyle's. Plymouth Argyle. Languishing in the third tier of English football, Exeter City face the same financial pressures as their fellow League One rivals. Only recently, the club was presented with a crippling utility bill of over £17,000. Apparently, the last person to visit the trophy room had left the lights on. Exeter City's most famous fan is Coldplay frontman Chris Martin. At a recent derby against bitter local rivals Plymouth Argyle, violence broke out and several punches were thrown after Martin attempted to lead the singing in the main stand and had to be removed for his own safety, at which point the Plymouth Argyle supporters were let into the ground. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling attended Exeter University in 1983. It's claimed Rowling drew inspiration from her time here in the writing of her novels. For example, the vaults became Gringotts Bank, Parliament Street became Diagon Alley, and an outbreak of genital herpes during Freshers' Week inspired the name Hogwarts. Nearby Killerton House is a magnificent Georgian estate located northeast of Exeter. It's home to a remarkable collection of antique fashion wear dating from the late 18th century through to the 1970s. Of course, if Killerton House is closed, fashion wear dating from the 1970s can be viewed for free most days on Budleigh Salterton High Street. Exeter's magnificent cathedral is home to Captain Scott's sledging flag. The flag, which bears the motto, "Ready, aye, ready," beneath a stag's head, was used by Scott during his British Antarctic Survey expedition. Coincidentally, in Exeter's sister cathedral in Oslo, there hangs the sledging flag of Roald Amundsen, which bears the motto, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." This region is famous for its cream teas. And for many years, there's been an ongoing and at times heated debate between Devon and Cornwall about whether the clotted cream should be placed on the scone before the jam or vice versa. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, Exeter, everywhere else in the country, literally couldn't care less. Let's meet the teams. On my right, please welcome Caroline Quentin and Tony Hawks. And on my left, Miles Jupp and Lee Mack. And taking his place on the scoring desk next to me, please welcome our resident tree trunk in trunks, the immaculate Sven. Well, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people fail to distinguish between the words hotel and Airbnb. Well, a hotel is an establishment providing accommodation, meals and other services for travellers and tourists, whereas Airbnb is what Exeter students say they got in their A-levels. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams, so your suggestions, please, of any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Tony, you can start.
Deceitful. Why a Frenchman might remain standing on a bus.
Lee.
Congenital. Something that looks like a penis but isn't.
Remember that chat we had in the interval? Caroline.
Fauna. More beige.
Miles.
Mendips. Male-oriented condiments.
Injury. Front man of the blockheads.
Fallacious. Lying about how many blowjobs you've had.
Meow. I've hurt myself.
Asserting. Sore buttocks. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Befuddle. Group of cows.
Netball. Male tennis injury.
Henna. Even more like a hen.
Autism. Constant sense that you should be doing something.
Gable. Bovine in a same-sex relationship.
Loki. Norse god of understatement.
Okay, the teams are going to sing along to some well-known songs now in the round called Pick Up Song. In this round, Sven will spin the discs and each of you teams will sing along to your records until Sven turns the music down. If on its return you're within the gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points. And points mean a frankly pathetic exercise in petty self-aggrandizement. What do points mean? That's right. And this week's prize is the world's most argumentative Indian starter. It's this argy-bargy. Miles Jupp, we'll start with you, and I'd like you to accompany the band Elbow singing...
Morning sun, shaking off a heavy one. Yeah, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way? Using words I never say. I can only think it must be love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Someone tell me how I feel. It's silly wrong, but vivid right. Oh, kiss me like a final meal.
But I'm glad the music came in because you sounded so lonely. Okay, you're next. Lee Mack, I'd like you to...
God.
I'd like you to accompany West Country band The Wurzels singing I Am a Cider Drinker.
When the moon shines on the cowshed and we're rolling in the hay, all the cows are up there grazing and the milk is on its way. I am a cider drinker. I drink it all of the day. I am a cider drinker. It soothes all me troubles away. Ooh-ah-ooh-ah-ray. 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 Proper jobs. What a choice of you. It's so homely.
Lee Mack, star of Not Going Out, and now also Not Going in Tune either. You now, Caroline Quentin, would you accompany Cher singing the Shoop Shoop song?
Does he love me? I want to know. How can I tell if he loves me so? Is it in his eyes? Oh no, you'll be deceived. Is it in his eyes? Oh no, he'll make believe if you want to know. If he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh no, it's just his charms in his warm embrace. Oh no, that's just his arms. If you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, it's in his kiss. Oh, it's in his kiss.
Thank you, Caroline, for showing the audience and three witless panellists what singing can sound like. Okay, finally, Tony Hawks, would you please accompany The Darkness singing I Believe in a Thing Called Love?
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching me, touching you, God, you're touching me. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance you can make it now. We'll be rocking till the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love.
Well, you can't win them all, Tony. So the teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. Yes, this game is all about miming the theatrical technique of suggesting action, character, or emotion without words. The greatest mime of all time was Marcel Marceau, who died in 2007 and whose funeral was attended by all of the world's most celebrated mime artists. As a mark of respect, at the start of the service, there was a 2-minute silence, followed by a 2-hour silence. After he was interred in Paris's famous Père Lachaise cemetery, the world's grieving mime community assembled for a reception at Marceau's home, where they consumed canapés and downed copious glasses of wine in his memory, with a hospitality bill amounting to an extraordinary nothing at all. Thank you. In our version of charades, team members are permitted the use of their voices. Tony and Caroline, you're to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here is the mystery voice.
10 things I hate about you. 10 things I hate about you.
Okay, so off you go, please, Tony and Caroline.
Okay, it's a film, and it's 6 words, and it goes like this.
Caroline Quentin, you've become known of late as a highly accomplished gardener, and it really is such a pleasure to meet you here in your beautiful Devon garden.
Thank you, Tony. I really am very proud of it.
Yes, and I've been looking at the many stunning trees and shrubs you have on show, and I have to say I'm surprised that you don't have an example of the classic of English conifers, Taxus baccata.
Oh, I can't stand them. Really, they're my least favourite tree.
Why so?
Well, if you really want to know, Tony, they're poisonous, they're gloomy, they're prickly, they're common as muck, they're unruly, they're untrustworthy, they're dishonest, they talk about you behind your back, they don't keep their promises, and they're utter, utter bastards.
Well, you certainly have a good number of reasons for disliking them.
I can count them on the fingers of both hands.
I have no idea.
It was
something about trees and the number 10. That's all I've got.
Yeah, good.
Is it the film 10 Trees?
No. How's your Latin?
Is it 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yeah! Very good. I didn't know that.
Okay, your turn, Miles and Lee. Your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board, and here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
So it's film?
Yeah.
And it's one word, isn't it, Lee?
Debatable, but go on.
Okay. Is this your first time at the sperm bank, sir?
That's right, yeah.
Can I take a name?
Paul McCartney. They don't have to be long, do they?
One
sperm bank.
One word.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. It's nothing to do with wings, is it? No, nothing. No.
Sperm bank.
Imagine picking the wrong band.
What, Beatles?
Well done, Tony.
Beetlejuice.
Well, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. But first I notice our in-tray has been swamped by a letter. It comes from a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She writes, "Dear Floggit, for many years now I have been the owner of the original Sooty and Sweet puppets. Despite becoming very attached to them, I'd now be very grateful if you could please take them off my hands. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Trellis." Well, on with the game, and regular listeners will know that as a trained actor, I have a keen ear for regional accents. And so for this round, I will be adopting the local vernacular. So let's play a West Country version of Mornington Crescent, my lovers. You'll remember from back along that we play according to Stovall's revised rules, but with West Country modifications. So listen up, or we'll be here till Dimpsey. Transverse moves below the meridian are only permitted with parallel coping. Streets are wild, but royal indicators may incur double penalties. Tony, me handsome, you can start directly. Thank you.
Right. These Stovall's revised rules, so I think I can just kick off with Charing Cross.
Cockfosters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I am gonna play a local rule. I think I'm gonna do the transverse, and I'm gonna go for King James Street.
Ooh. Getting your Jana there, aren't you?
Well, then I can go direct to St James.
Isn't that a royal indicator, yeah?
It is, but because we had the opener of Charing Cross, that would negate it. But you are...
Yeah,
you're right,
sorry.
right to point it out.
Yeah, it's below the meridian.
Yeah.
Made a bit of a fool of myself there.
Again, I'm going to play the local rule. I think this is...
Well, even though it's not your go?
Yeah, that is one of the local rules.
right,
Yeah, one of the local rules is you can go whenever you like in Exeter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go timepiece rules. I'm going to go to timepiece.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, can I go... I'd like to go with a local one. Can I go Oakhampton Road?
Nice.
Thank you.
Sadly not.
Oh. Victoria.
Yes, fine. Miles.
Can I go to M&M World?
Which branch?
Leicester Square.
Oh, yes, fine.
Can I go to S&M World?
Piccadilly
Which
Circus.
branch?
Use any branch you like.
I think I'm going to go Taunton Dean.
Oh, okay.
I know it's very local, but I think it's safer playing that.
Mornington Crescent.
Yeah. Never mind. Well done, Tony. The next game is a musical one entitled Song Stoppers. In this round, panellists from each team will take it in turns to sing the opening line to a series of well-known songs, and it's the job of their teammate to answer each opening line in a manner likely to end the song altogether. Which reminds me, at the piano we have Colin Sell. Incidentally, Colin was telling us he's just played a solo concert at London's Wigmore Hall. Apparently the entire audience got a front row seat. You can go first, please. Tony and Caroline, can we have your medley of first lines now, please?
Woman, I can hardly express.
Well, let me do the breastfeeding then, yeah? Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Good, because that ball has been in the neighbour's garden for over a week. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have.
No, it's quite as well as I should have.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful.
Came about because species can change over time, and new species come from pre-existing species, all sharing a common ancestor, and each species has its own set of heritable genetic differences, which have accumulated over a very long time period.
The Lord God made them all.
525,600 minutes.
Is the record for the South Western Railway Exeter to Waterloo train.
I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then you go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like,
Put these on.
Okay, your turn now, Miles and Lee. Can we have your first line medley now, please?
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Well, you might be rich.
hates you.
I'm not sure I like that applause.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high?
Stuck in the queue on Ticketmaster.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Look, if you haven't decided what to order, I can come back in a few minutes. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin.
Gonna have to give that glass a good wash then.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock.
Oh, it's all go here in the geology department. The first time ever I saw your face.
Well, that's just about the end of the show. But we've just got time to squeeze in a quick round of song suggestions. Incidentally, you've probably read about Sven's summer in Monte Carlo partying with a group of like-minded lads aboard a luxury yacht. You certainly won't have forgotten that photo of Sven on the deck of the boat with a mounting swell and a tender behind. Well, I have to thank Dame Kiri Tikawana for sending that in, but Anyway, teams, the round's called Unsexy Songbook, and in it I'd like you please to suggest unsexy versions of well-known songs. So you can start this one, please, Miles.
Let's talk about socks, baby.
Tony.
Voulez-vous crocher avec moi ce soir?
Caroline.
I can't get you out of my shed.
Lee.
She's got Sammy Davis eyes.
When I think about you, I touch my shelf.
Gimme, gimme, gimme a nan after midnight.
You can't flush this.
Nights in Prestatyn.
I want to dance with somebody else.
How deep is your septic tank?
I've got flu, babe.
I just called to say we're related.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tardy transit of time is driven by the dastardly DHL driver of destiny, before he finally lobs the priceless package of posterity into the hapless hedge of humanity, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the teams, Sven, myself, and our audience here in Exeter, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Miles Jupp, Tony Hawks, Caroline Quentin and Lee Mack were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick. The producer was John Naismith.
And Jack D and the